afternoon I'm back at the beach, but it's a really low tide. We're about 3 days after the new moon, and the tide is almost a zero tide. Not quite, but almost a zero tide. So there's sand exposed that's normally not exposed at low tide. I'm going to do a bit of, I suppose, pothole fishing. So I'm going to go in amongst the rocks. I'll set my rod up with the simplest of simple rigs. So I'll have a hook on the end with a running ball sinker up to the hook. That way I'm hoping I won't get snagged too many times and lose too much gear. But I'm hoping the fish are going to be in around those rocks where it's been gouged out, if they're there at all. But like I say, everything's against me with the tide being really low, wind onshore. Like we're well past the new moon now, and it's about 3 or 4 days to the first quarter. Anyway, I'm here, I'm out to enjoy it, and hopefully if I get something, that'll be a real bonus today.
I'll quickly grab a few worms with my pliers.
That came out fairly easily. Thought it was a bigger worm than it was too. Not a big worm, but a nice worm. Look at all those little hermit crabs, they're everywhere. They're good worms for the beach. I managed to get a few worms. They should do me the session anyway. You can see how the water gouges out around these rocks. There's another bigger rock here. And the water hits the rock, and then it can't go through the rock, so it increases velocity around the rock, which washes the sand away and leaves these quite deep holes. And I'm hoping it's that type of thing out here, a bit further, that the fish might be hanging around. Anyway, it's only one way to find out. Next up, I'll use a beach worm, which I've caught just along, a couple of 100 metres along. Nice and fresh. Pulled out of the sand like 5 to 10 minutes ago. There we go. If there's any fish out there, I'm sure that'll tempt them. As I said, I've got the sinker running right up to the hook. Nothing else, no swivel, nothing. So I'm hoping that'll do the job. A bit of current running out through there. I just hope I don't get caught around that rock. Just here. The wind's blowing in there, so trying to push the line in there. The current's going that way as well. Might have to move this way a little bit. Could be harder than I thought. Alright, the other side of that rock now, so the wind and current's coming this way. stingray just down there. We had a small one, I still don't want to tread on him. See, there's a lot of crap in the water, kelp and weed. Maybe try over this way a bit. Oh, there goes. I don't know whether that was the same stingray or not. There's far too much kelp and weed here, so I'm going to move over onto the rocks. With this really low tide, I've picked up a bit of congee from the rocks. More congee bait. What are you doing, mister? What are you doing? Machine in there. Only got fine line, so if I hook something I might have trouble getting it in. Here we go, what have we got? Oh my god, that's a big whiting! Holy dooly! What? A whiting on, would you believe, congee? I've got some beach worms there. I think I'll try a worm in there. Stay in the water, mister. There you go. You never know. Oh well, let's try a beach worm. The real whiting baits. Things heavier line now. Smaller hook, heavier line. Oh, that's a tough worm. It'll be tough for the fish to get it off. To get the better of me out here. It's a tough worm. Looks like there's a bit of sand out there, a bit of deep water, possibly no fish. Oh. There we go. I'm not sure what this is. Stingray, is it? A dreaded stingray.
think they're coming for me. Oh, and he swallowed the hook. I'll have to cut it off. Alright, I'll try a bit more kanji. Here we go. That'll do.
Alright, let's try some more kanji. The swell's picked up a little bit as that tide comes in. Although I've only been here like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Tide's coming in, it's getting dark, so I've decided to go along the beach. See if I can find a nice little gutter along there that I can at least have a cast into. So just a whiting and this little stingray, and got snagged a few times, so spend more time rigging up. I was there about, I suppose, 20 minutes to half an hour. That was enough. Okay, I'll start off with half a pilchard. If that doesn't work, I'll go to my worms. I don't know why I'm starting with half a pilchard, but I am. There's a bit of deep water, just not far out actually. I'm hoping that something's going to come in with the tide into that little bit of a gutter there. Just about right there, right in the middle of it. Oh, a bit of clouds come in. It's getting dark rather quickly. Might have to resort to a worm, I think. Nothing's happening with the pilchard. I did feel what was some really soft bites, so they may have taken my bait anyway. Let's go a worm, eh? Seagulls will love this. And pick that. Be a nice bait for a big whiting or a brim. That's a bite. Feels like a whiting. The hook might be a bit big for that, for a whiting. Maybe not. We got the bigger ones have got a pretty big mouth. It's just merely picking, going away, come back, have another pick. My bait may be destroyed. Actually, I think I might have hooked it. He's showing no energy at all. There we go. Another whiting. Hey, good. Nice whiting too. Oh, it's just about getting dark. Let's get another worm on. So I'm pretty happy I've caught a couple of fish under with no moonrise or moonset or noon moon. We've got onshore breeze blowing, barometer falling, tide's still fairly low. Anyway, a couple of whiting. Oh, there's another bite. Follow it. They're certainly not over enthusiastic about taking it, but they are picking at it, so it's tempting them. Maybe my bait got stolen. Here we go. Not going to catch a fish on that. So I'm using 30-pound monofilament, using a 3-ounce, pretty much a snapper lead as my sinker. Just had a couple of light bites again. The way they're picking at this bait, I reckon it might have gone again. We're getting closer to that first quarter of the moon, and the fish certainly do get a lot more finicky when it comes to feeding. That's why I'm quite happy that I've got a couple of whiting. I'm going to check that bait. There we go, they're certainly picking at it. These are the toughest worms I think I've come across in a long time. Still, the fish still managing to pick them up though. Haven't fished this beach before, so it's a new experience for me.
There's a heap of crabs running around the sand tonight.
Those goat crabs, they don't mind running into the water. They must be able to breathe underwater or hold their breath well. Another bait out, and we'll see how we go. It'll be dark, completely dark soon. I'll go when it gets dark, I think. think he's on. Oh, it feels a little bit heavy. Because it is not a whiting but a brim. It's a nice brim too. So it's taken the worm. Much heavier obviously than the whiting. That hook is not coming out. That's stuck hard. Anyway, there we go. Nice yellowfin brim. It's gone a bit quiet, so I might give this a last shot. Go home and have a bite to eat. Those bigger ghost crabs head straight to the border. What have we got here? Sometimes these fish swim in towards the shore and you think you've lost them. And I don't know about this. A stingray, of course. Oh well, time to go. Well, what started out as a session of pothole fishing ended up a bit weird. I caught a whiting on some kanji in around the rocks. And I came along the beach and used a beach worm and caught a whiting and a brim, and then got a bit hungry, so I decided to go home. Anyway, if you've enjoyed watching this, I'd like you to subscribe to ensure that you get updated every time there's a new video put up. So, with nothing more to say, I'm going home, have a feed. Bye for now, we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching.